Hi guys, Richard Blaine here. Thanks for stopping by my Easy Cooking channel tonight. The weather's getting kind of cold around the country. We're getting into fall, winter, and it's starting to get a little cold even around here in Vegas. And one of my favorite foods to eat in the cold weather in the winter, because it's nutritious, delicious, and easy to make, is soup. So I'm going to be making you some soup tonight. Tonight I'm going to be making a rib sticking cream of potato soup. It's going to be cream of potato with bacon, mushroom, and hatch green chilies from New Mexico. It's going to be based on my vichyssoise recipe. It's going to be delicious. Stick around. You're going to love this bowl of soup. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, the first thing we need to do is a little side work before we make the soup. And the first step in that side work is to cook down some bacon. Now when I need bacon for recipes, I use ends and pieces, because there's a lot of meat in the ends and pieces. A lot more meatier than using strip bacon. So I'm going to let this cook down, and I'm going to put it on a plate and let the oil get soaked up by a towel. And we're going to move on to the next step, which will be cooking down the mushrooms. Okay guys, the bacon is cooked down to around the point where I want it. I'm going to take it out of this pan and put it on a plate with paper towels to let most of the grease get soaked up. And I'm going to be doing the mushrooms in just a second. Okay guys, this is the second step. I am sweating down some fresh mushrooms. I'm using about a tablespoon of the bacon fat, and then the rest is chicken stock, because mushrooms soak up oils and fats so quickly, so I'm just using it to flavor them. These will be done in about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm going to set these aside, because the third step we need to do is we need to sweat down the leeks and onions before we prepare the soup. So hang on tight. Okay guys, in the pan now I have some butter and I have some olive oil. Olive oil for the heat, butter for the flavor. And what we need to do is we need to sweat down these leeks and some onion before we puree it into soup. This is going to take a little time because leeks can be a little dense. But once these are softened, it'll be time to put the potatoes and leeks in the pot and make us some soup. Okay guys, the onions and leeks are sweated down. You don't want to burn these, you don't want to caramelize them, you don't want any brown. But they're sweated down, they're going to be put in the soup pot with the potatoes to make soup. I did add a little bit of black pepper. I'm not adding salt in this recipe till the end because there's plenty of salt in the bacon. But next step is to put the potatoes and leeks in the pot and boil up some soup. Okay guys, here's our potatoes. And to that, I'm going to add the leek and onion that I sauteed up. There's not a lot of room here in my pan. Alright, there we go. Okay, well, I got a little bit of brown, but that's okay. I'm going to turn the heat on. And to this, we're going to add chicken stock. Just enough to cover. I'm using an organic chicken stock. It's a mix. It's actually a paste. It's very good. Okay, there's a little brown in there, but that's okay, because when it's all done, you will not see it. Okay, now what we do with this is we're going to bring this to a boil, and then we're going to bring it to a simmer. Okay guys, the soup has been boiling now for about 3 minutes, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the heat down to a simmer, and I'm going to put a lid on it and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. And then we'll be back and I'm going to blend it. Okay guys, the soup has been simmering for about 35 minutes, and I just turned the heat off, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mash the potatoes and leeks down to a slightly smaller size to make the mixture easier for my blender to handle. This will take me about 2 or 3 minutes to do. I just want to mash them down, get them smaller, and then we're going to blend the soup. Okay guys, I got my first batch in the blender. I'm going to get this going. Okay guys, I brought the soup back to a simmer. It's been blended. I brought the heat up, took it back down to a simmer, Now I'm going to add cream. I'm using half and half instead of heavy cream in this recipe because I'm not making vichyssoise, I'm making cream of potato soup. Alright, now the best part about cream soups is they really like black pepper. And I love black pepper. So, I'm going to stir this in. There we go. Very aromatic. Okay. I'm going to let this simmer for about a minute. Then I'm going to add the bacon and the mushrooms and the chili. And we're going to have... The soup has been simmering for about a minute with the black pepper. And in goes the bacon. Come on, bacon. Alright. Now, as I stated, I have not added I have not added salt to this recipe because there's going to be plenty of salt in the bacon. So, I'm going to simmer this for about another minute or two with the bacon in it and then taste it. And if it needs salt, I will add salt and then we'll be right back, put in the mushrooms and put in the chilies. Okay, so it's simmered with the bacon in there for about 2 minutes. And I decided it needed a little bit of salt, so you can add salt to your liking. But now, in go the mushrooms, even with a little bit of mushroom gravy that was produced when I was reducing them down. And I'm going to stir this in here, and I'm going to let it simmer for about another minute or two to let all these flavors blend. And then I'm going to add the Hatch green chilies from New Mexico and let it simmer. And then it'll be time for dinner. Okay, the soup has been simmering for about 2 minutes with the bacon and the mushrooms and the black pepper, and in go the Hatch green chilies. Get them all. Alright, this is going to be a heart-warming soup and a rib-sticking soup. Now I'm going to stir these chilies in here. And I'm going to simmer this for about 3 to 5 more minutes before I decide to put it in the bowl and eat. I want all these flavors to blend. Don't forget that if you simmer it for a long enough period of time, 5 or so minutes, as I'm going to do here, keep stirring because you don't want anything to stick to the bottom. Okay guys, dinner is served. Let's bowl some up. Here we go. Cream of potato soup with bacon, mushrooms, and Hatch green chilies from New Mexico. Now technically you could call this a chowder if you wanted to, because it is a chowder base, but I used the vichyssoise base of potato and leek, because making just a plain tomato, making a plain potato cream soup is boring. The leeks add depth, the leeks add flavor. So a nice big bowl. You try this cream of potato soup, it'll be your favorite, I promise. All right, there we go. Now, just for a little color and a little more heat, because the Hatch chilies add a little, I'm just going to put a little touch of red, because on those cold winter nights, you want to warm up. So there's a little touch of red. Okay, in the center, I put some French fried onions. There we go. Just a little bit. Make a cap of French fried onions. Alrighty. And then to finalize that, some cheese. Mild cheddar. What cream of potato soup is a cream of potato soup without some cheese? My God. Okay. I could go around twice at this pace. I think I will too. Why not? This is a rib-sticking, hearty soup for any winter dinner. There you go. That cheese is just going to melt in, blend with the flavors. Delicious. Nice ring of cheese. There we go, guys. Cream of potato soup with mushroom, bacon, and hatch green chilies with a little bit of French fried onion and mild cheddar cheese. You gotta try this bowl of soup. You'll just love it. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Richard Blaine here. I want to thank you for stopping by tonight. I want to thank you for watching me make my humble cream of potato soup with bacon, mushrooms, and New Mexico green chili, a little bit of cheese and some French fried onions. This really is a delicious recipe. And on those cold winter nights when you want something really hot and really good to stick to your ribs, this particular soup recipe is it. I hope you try it. I know if you do try it, you will love this soup. This will be your favorite cream of potato soup. And you can find the recipe on my blog at richardblaineseasycooking.com. I hope you stop on by. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.